The I.O.W. Network.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What's happening, y'all?
What's good?
What's happening? You are tuned in
We
to
are in the
I.O.W.Sports.
What's good with you?
Episode 77. It's your boy Wildcard Martin in the building. To my left, Detroit Mel, the man with the Grandmaster plan for the I.O.W. Network.
What's happening?
We are live again, episode 77. It is our NFC preview show.
Right.
For those that tuned in Monday, we did the AFC. So, of course,
Right.
got to jump over and do the NFC. Let's get the preliminary shit out the way before shit start hitting the fan and Detroit man start acting like Detroit man.
Yeah, this nigga Lamar be off the hook.
Y'all going over to the website, www.ioftenwonder19.com, and that is the address to the website to get on the information of every last social media platform that we are associated with for the I.O.W. Network. It's there. Every last one of them.
Right.
Of course, the Patreon is there if you guys want to donate. Bless the kids with, help us out, cover the overhead of what we got over here.
Right.
You always drop something in the collection plate.
Right about now.
Right about now.
Now, man, all bitches are the same. Just like my hoes, I keep them broke. Wake up one morning with some money, the subject to go crazy,
What? Where did that come from?
Hey,
See,
man.
This is why I need to get the preliminary stuff out the way.
Shout out to my mom, to Pretty Tony.
Of course, on the website, you can always cop the merch. That's on there as well. So go cop the merch. You can get the I.O.W. Oh, the bird. We got it on the sweatshirt or the hoodies, t-shirts. You dig? Yeah, we about to look into what the hat's gonna be looking like. What they gonna be?
That hat gear.
Yeah, we gonna get the hat gear. Me and Mel always rocking.
Trying to get the dang
Yeah.
I.O.W.Sports condoms. The I.O.W.Sports
suit. This is not best of both worlds, and you are not R. Kelly.
You know what I'm saying?
You remember that press conference?
The I.O.W.
we don't have
raincoats.
best of both worlds condoms, best of both worlds everything, all kind of memorabilia, and like he used condoms.
Trying to get the I.O.W. Gimp suit. Got the little bird on the back.
Most importantly, going over to your respective app store. If you are a Google
you want to play the Gimp one day, I'm telling you.
user like myself, going over to the Google Play Store and download the I.O.W. Network app. If you are an Apple iOS user like Detroit Mail, going over to the Apple Store and cop the app.
Right.
App is dope. Got a lot of stuff on there. But now that we got out of that way.
Out of the way?
Yeah, out of the way.
Shout out to Pretty Tony.
Pretty Tony. Shit, how you doing today, Bill?
I'm doing good, man.
Tired.
Up. Ready to get this thing started.
It's tired. I was tired, boss, but
I cut into our masturbation time.
Do I need to leave?
No, I
just no. I'm just saying. Hey.
What's the show over? You do.
Yes, I will be leaving immediately.
I got a day with Hannah.
No. Now that you're talking like this, I will be leaving immediately. I'll probably just leave all my shit here and just make sure I don't forget my keys.
Man, I do want to do that. Ain't no sticky. All your stuff be stuck together. To merge to one thing.
What is wrong with you?
I'm trying to warn you ahead of time.
That shit. That's called TMI, right? Like I thought we was boys enough to know where that line is, and like you not to like habitually.
Pleased to meet you. Just met me. Line. I keep moving that.
Anyway, let's get the show on the road because he is already cutting a damn fool right now. So we're going to start in the NFC East, and we're going to start with the, I guess, most polarizing team there is.
How about them Cowboys?
In the NFL, spearheaded by Mr. Jerry Jones himself and the Jones family. How about them Dallas Cowboys?
Right.
What are you expecting from the Cowboys this year, big homie?
Disappointment. Same as every year. Same as every year. Right.
Ain't nothing changed.
Ain't nothing changed.
Look, so they're trying to address the defense.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was the biggest problem. They're trying to revamp their O-line.
Which they had a decent O-line back in,
Yeah, but
I mean,
they're getting older and they're getting hurt.
Right.
So Zeke trying to get back to form. So I did check out the Hard Knocks the other day.
Okay.
It was the first show. And if you're saying disappointment, I can see what you're talking about. Not to say that you can read too much into a TV show.
Right.
But I just get this feel that I still think that Mike McCarthy just don't know what the hell he doing.
Man. I mean, that was evident when he was in Green Bay. And the stuff that's going on over in Green Bay, people was like, him and Aaron Rodgers wasn't getting along because Aaron Rodgers didn't like some of the plays he was calling, some of the things he was doing. And, brought that over to Dallas.
So I'm not going to, harp too much on last year. Look, you lose Dak. Big blow. Obviously, him being gone shows how important he was to that team. That's why you pay him. Whether you agree with the amount that he got or not.
Right.
It's irrelevant. He's important to them. But some of the, choices that he was making, going for it on certain plays or just not taking points, leaving points on the board, taking the field goal when you got the chance, and then you end up losing by one possession or like 1 or 2 points. And so it's just some of the play calls were just like, what the hell is that? Stupid.
They're just dumb. Ain't no other way of getting around this. It was just straight dumb.
It's like you were shooting your own team in the foot.
So we can't expect anything different this year.
And so I'm watching the Hard Knocks. Dak just came back from, of course, from injury. And I guess he let out a secret that he ended up having 2 surgeries on the ankle. When I guess everybody thought it was one. I guess he was like, yeah, we kept on the hustle. I don't know, the truthfulness of that and that, but it's irrelevant. But he's ready to go. And I understand that you want to ease him into it, but you got to start getting his motor going because he needs to get in game shape by the time week 1 comes through.
Correct.
He needs to be rush free as close as possible come week 1. Because week 1, they coming out the gates hard. They open up the NFL season Thursday night against the defending Super Bowl champions.
Right.
At Tampa. Tom's putting up another banner. Buccaneers putting up the banner, getting the rings. Or they already got the ring. The rings look dope, though. They're big as hell. And then, it's going to be the whole, parade and all that.
Right.
Cowboys got to be ready. And so does Dak.
They'll be ready to take a L.
They start season 0-1.
Yeah, most definitely. Go on, take this L.
You ain't even like no thought.
No, no thought. Go on, take this L. They can't take this L. For real. Instead of throwing a fade, he taking a fade.
Come on, man.
He taking a fade.
Zeke got to get back to what he was.
I did hear reports that Zeke is getting better. improving. Because I mean, last year he was like had the drops, man. He was
fumbling
left and right.
And I don't recall him having a season like that in the NFL, but just last year it was just, what's going on, bro?
Right, he was just dropping the ball left and right.
You were like, bro, what is you doing?
Too many lemon pepper chicken wings. Yeah, all this.
Must have been eating some of that church's chicken.
That's something, man.
Grease.
He was dropping the ball left and right. For real. I was like, come on, Zeke.
Turnovers really did him in.
Turnovers, losing Dak.
And little to no defense.
And O.P. Cunningham being their quarterback. All that stuff done him in. And Mike McCarthy, they coach.
O.P.
All that done him in.
But the crazy thing is, this division is still up for grabs no matter what. It was a strange division last year.
In that division, and we ain't got to him yet, I still see Washington being the strongest out of that division.
Defensive wise, for sure.
Yeah, especially defensive wise.
Oh, man. And just imagine that with the Cowboys, look, the offense is there. The big question mark is what's the hell is up with the defense? So you get Dan Quinn over as a new defensive coordinator, and I get it. He was D coordinator in Seattle, Legion of Boom, but they had quite a few Pro Bowlers on that defensive side.
Right.
That kind of makes things a lot easier for you. So he goes to Atlanta, get the head coaching job, touted as a defensive guy. Atlanta's defense was
garbage.
I don't know if anybody saw Atlanta's defense when he was coaching there. It wasn't like they
garbage.
Were, like top 10.
All the way over. Running backs walking through the hole. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So you hire him, and then he brings over a couple of Atlanta players.
Right.
I think it's DeMonte KZ, cornerback, and then Keanu Neal, safety.
Right.
I get it.
I mean, and even with those acquisitions, I don't think they made Dallas better.
Well, because they can teach his system. It's supposed to be a more simplified defense than what Mike Nolan was doing.
Right.
Thank goodness. Because I don't know what the hell Mike Nolan was doing. I don't know how he made it through a whole season as D coordinator. That defense was just atrocious.
And bring back Rex brother.
Bob.
Is it Bob Ryan?
I
don't know why I can't think of his name. I see his face and everything.
I know. Rob Ryan.
They bring Rob on back.
Or I would say Rex should come out of ESPN, but he might get paid too much.
I think Rex is gonna if he come out, especially now, he gonna suffer the same thing Gruden did. Been gone too long.
Could be, possibly.
Sometimes, especially when you are older, coach, and you go away from the game, like Jimmy Johnson. I think he's gone too long and too old now to come back and identify.
Jimmy Johnson, all that better not go. First of all, he getting paid too much money from Fox.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't think he is. I'm just saying.
No, I got what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Even Parcells, as great as he was, I think now he's been going from the game too long, and he's older.
It wouldn't be. Yeah, it wouldn't even make sense.
Right,
but this Cowboys team, I'm telling you, is not. Look, you got 2 road games off the rip. You get, of course, Tampa Bay, and you get the Chargers on the road.
Right.
And we both think that the Chargers are going to be improved too.
Right. Justin
Herbert. But I do like that Micah Parsons guy. That's one thing that did stand out when I was watching the Hard Knocks. Micah Parsons he stood out. He got a fumble recovery at the Hall of Fame game. But look, if he can't, make that much of a difference, because he's a linebacker.
Right.
It's not like he's DeMarcus Lawrence, who's a pass rusher. If Randy Gregory could stop getting suspended, make a full season.
Right.
If they can get some pass rush from somewhere else that can help DeMarcus Lawrence, take the pressure off of him, get single coverage. He's a Pro Bowl DN. He's a Pro Bowl rush. Get him going. Try to get him some help. But I do like Micah Parsons though.
He look nice.
Oh my God.
And Micah Parsons looks nice.
I know they wanted a cornerback, but damn it, this is a good fallback right here. So him and Jalen Smith running, pretty much sideline to sideline. Yeah, I like that for sure of the Dallas defense. That the linebacker section is probably the only question mark that I could knock off the board on the defensive side. Everything else is just I don't know yet.
But Dallas, man, like I said, I believe that Dallas is. I think they'll do better than last year, but that's because they ain't have Dallas.
Hell, they got to.
You know what I'm saying? So I do think they're gonna improve.
They gonna have to,
but
can't get worse than last year.
I mean, the way the division look, the Giants is a wild card because you don't know if Daniel Dimes gonna regress. You know, take that step forward. They're looking good in some, last year a little bit. In certain parts, they're looking good. Have a little sparks to say, okay.
Yeah, they kind of tailed off.
Philadelphia is a disaster.
What? Speaking of Philly, let's go there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they've done enough to really support Jalen Hurts yet.
Right.
And I don't know if they're just by observation as a fan of football, and you read the news, you know, you see the talk on the training camp or whatnot, but even in the whole offseason, I didn't feel like they really cared to really like get behind Jalen Hurts and be like, yeah, you are our guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just saw I think a couple of days ago that they were possibly throwing their names into, you know, Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, Philly. Don't know the truth of it, but I saw the reports from multiple sites. So it's like
that makes me think that they don't have any faith in Jalen.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how 100% that are they behind Jalen Hurts. Like, is it something that he's just there to, you know, possibly be the quarterback until they find one, go get one? Because you go and get him in the draft in the second round. He did start 4 games as a rookie last year. So is not like you don't, you know what you got with him.
Right.
He's mobile enough to still, you know, if the pocket breaks down. And did they do enough to even, you know, bolster the offensive line? That was kind of one of their problems that they had last year. So I understand that Carson Wentz did get hurt, but it could be at the same time. You know, it's not like that offensive line was the greatest. You know what I'm saying? And not like they had like Cleveland Browns offensive line.
Right.
But Philly's got a lot of problems. They had definitely offensive problems, couldn't move the ball, and then the defense is on the field so much they get worn out.
Yeah, like I said, they are a disaster. They got rid of the coach,
got rid of quarterback,
So it's like they almost in rebuild mode. They don't have as far to go as some teams.
Yeah,
it's almost like that because you starting a rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
starting a new coach. I think that they gonna be the last place in this division.
It's crazy. 2018, they just won a Super Bowl, and literally 3 years later, the coach that got the Super Bowl isn't there. Neither one of the quarterbacks that was on that roster is there.
Right.
Like, how does a franchise fall so far from grace?
It's Philadelphia.
And not only did they fall from grace, how did they do it so quickly? Like they just won a Super Bowl 3 years ago.
Right.
And I've never seen nothing like this where literally you were just in a championship window and then you couldn't even come close to like duplicating it.
Nigga, last year they sucked.
I know they got to the playoffs 2019.
They had their third string quarterback playing. You know, something wrong.
2020 was last year. They did absolutely nothing.
Right.
And they were still in the division and still found a way to muck it up.
I just think that Jalen Hurts got a ways to go.
Even
if they got something to help him, I think he has a ways to go, and he would have benefited better sitting under somebody.
Well, he was sitting behind the wrong cat last
Well, I'm
year.
just saying. I mean, he can teach him how to get hurt, but that's about it. But you know what I'm saying. But I just think he one of those quarterbacks.
Teach him the hurt position.
Right.
Ooh.
I just think he one of those quarterbacks that would have benefited better sitting under somebody and learning. Because I mean, you look at him going from Alabama to Oklahoma, how he persevered through those things and and compete at a high level. So I think the skill level is there. I think that the tenacity and determination is there. I just think he just needs to be polished more. And I think he'll learn that under the right coaching staff and the right quarterback in front of him. I don't think he's a starter right now. Or you should start him.
Well, unfortunately for Philly, he is their only starter.
Oh yeah, unfortunately now they don't have a choice. But I'm just saying.
But I just wish that they would, do all that they can to make sure that he has the right tools. You get Devontae Smith in the draft. I get that.
Right.
You need some weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
But come on now. This is Philly. One of the biggest sports cities in all of sports and in all the cities. They they are diehard about their sports.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna sit around and wait too long for that new coach Nick Sirianni to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna wait too long. They are a very how do you say demanding franchise when it comes to sports,
right?
Especially that football. So look, I don't know what the plan that they have for Jalen Hurts, but luckily for them, they get Atlanta Falcons in week 1.
Right, they get to practice.
Yeah, so you get some practice in. You do see Tampa Bay week 6. San Francisco could possibly be an improved team. You see them week 2. So is the schedule's not too daunting,
right?
I mean, honestly, a lot of winnable games in your first 10 games for Philly. So if Jalen Hurts is going to be the guy, he's going to have to get majority of his games early.
Right.
So, I mean, winning that division to me isn't something, that nothing to brag about. I just think the whole division is down.
It is. I just still think that Philly is the
laughing stock on that one.
Right. I think they're the 4th best team.
Yes, sir. There would be 4 teams in the division. So you would be correct.
True statement. You're the 4th best team.
But you kind of brought up Danny Dimes earlier. So let's talk about the Giants real quick. They did have a solid defense that I think pretty much kept them in the season.
Right.
As best as possible. Of course, you're hoping to, get some offense from them.
The offense didn't suck in certain parts of the season. It's just that it wasn't consistent.
I mean,
you tripping for a touchdown. Shoot, tripping over your own feet for a touchdown. I'm like,
how you ran 81 yards?
Tackle yourself.
I still ain't gonna forget that, dog.
I don't think he gonna forget that. Shoot. That dude, a clear
touchdown, and nobody around, and literally just tripped and just bumbling, stumbling. Danny Dimes. That was hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie. But look, I think Danny Dimes will be all right. I think he's all right.
I will say this. I just need to see some consistency.
Of course.
I saw some sparks where you said, okay, he may be all right. And then when we, you betting on him, it's like, oh, here you go.
Then he started acting different.
Right.
Started acting brand new.
Right. Like he ain't been there before. Like, come on, bro. You just got through throwing 8 touchdowns last game. You know what I'm saying? Can't even score what? So I just think if he stayed consistent, the Giants have a good chance to have a good team.
I mean, I like their defense.
I got a chance to have a good team.
They're not as quite as strong on defensive side as Washington, but as everybody saw later in the second half of the season last year, it was pretty much Washington and New York that were kind of battling back and forth,
right?
For the try to be the best of the worst division. So I think that if they can finally keep Saquon healthy and keep him, on a upward trajectory through the whole season. Of course, number one is, coming off ACL, we need him healthy. So, that's number one.
Right.
I hope that they don't maximize all his carries in the first half of the season, like kind of gradually put work in on them. So I hope that they got good running back depth to kind of, help alleviate some of that, the carries and wear and tear on Saquon and kind of slowly ease him in.
I agree.
Because, I like Saquon, but I feel like we just haven't seen the full potential of him yet.
I mean, the highlights you did see, I was like, wow, he's going to be something.
Yeah.
So, as a fan, you hope that he comes back this year, bigger, stronger, and where you can see like his potential to bloom and blossom. I think, like I said, I think the biggest key is their quarterback.
Yeah.
If he can stay consistent, I mean, they're not Super Bowl, but
no.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
But they're good enough for this division.
Hey.
And actually can battle for first place if he stay consistent.
If both teams can improve, Washington and New York, I can see both of them getting into the playoffs. Definitely one a division winner and one a wild card.
I mean, I right now I say Washington is the clear winner to go to the playoffs out of that division.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But I will say, I'll wait till we get on Washington. But I think that New York gonna be improved. I think they're gonna be improved this year. I'm gonna say that.
Well, I'm looking forward to week 2. It's a Thursday night game where the New York Giants do go to the Washington football team. So I'm gonna definitely be keep an eye out for that. That's gonna be pretty dope to watch. Giants schedule doesn't look too tough off the gate. They do got a couple division games early, but no huge roadblocks that they can't get over. So if they're going to improve and get better and take claim on this division, I think this year might be the year that they need to capitalize on such a not weak schedule, but it's not overly tough for them early on. So capitalize on it. And then of course you got the WFT, Washington football team, the team with no name.
Okay.
The team with no name. Yeah, WFT.
Okay.
Like at this point, I'm kind of used to calling them the Washington football team. So
yeah, I mean, every now and then, Redskins slip out.
Yeah, Redskins slip out like every now and then.
I'm used to saying it now. I just say Washington.
Yeah. There's say that they're still in search of a name, but
you just leave it like it.
At this point, just leave it as it is. I wouldn't be opposed to it,
right? Me
personally. So, of course, everybody will get a look at the Washington football team tonight as preseason opens up.
Preseason.
Yeah. So there's 2 games tonight. You got Pittsburgh, and then of course Philly, who we just discussed in the NFC East. And then you have Washington football team and the New England Patriots. Not sure if Cam's playing in that.
I'm not sure if I want to see Cam.
I'm just saying, though. That's how you feel?
Just saying.
That's how you feel, dog?
I feel it. If I want to see him, like, if you're going to do anything like you did last year, I'm good.
You good? Said I don't even care about it. No, I don't care about seeing that.
Well, you know what? Speaking of Washington, you know how I love them to have gotten. I think would have kind of blossomed there. I'm not a big fan of him. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold?
I think Sam Darnold would have been great in Washington.
I thought they was going to grab him.
I think that would have been a great acquisition. He's going to get lost in Carolina because Carolina don't have enough for him there. But I think he's a good enough game manager that Sam Darnold with that defense could have made some noise to Washington.
And it's funny you say that because Curtis Samuel, who was a former Panther, is now in Washington. So they got him, Terry McLaurin, and then I can't remember. They moved Logan Thomas. He used to be a quarterback in Virginia Tech. Quarterback. They moved him to tight end. He actually had a breakout season last year. So they got a couple of weapons down there. Definitely for wide receivers options down there in Washington. And then of course you bring over Fitzmagic. With like his, I think it's like his 9th or 10th team that he's been on in the league. He's literally been on like 1/3 of the league. Hey, look, if they want to keep giving you money, giving you contracts, take them.
Take them.
I
ain't mad at you.
Take them.
And I would do the same thing.
Yeah, I would too. Of course, he did his thing down in Miami. Fitzmagic was all over,
like a traveling salesman.
Yeah, sprinkling over there and down in Miami last year. Fitzmagic, I thought it did I'm not gonna say like, oh my gosh, Fitzmagic's the answer.
He
did what he's supposed to do.
He did what he does when he did it.
But it's funny because it's like he's been around so long in the league and played for so many teams. He's seen a lot of defenses and he's played a lot of offenses. So it's like at some point, he's going to make certain plays, and then he's still going to be.
Harvard is not known for football. I'm just saying that. Harvard is not known for football.
Hey, apparently he's supposed to be smart.
Not in football.
But I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. They re-signed Taylor Heineke.
Why?
He had a good playoff game last year. Almost took down Tampa Bay. Do you not remember that playoff game?
Say that one more time.
Taylor Heineke had a good playoff game against
Tom
Brady and Tampa Bay.
That's the problem. We only had one good game. You know what I'm saying? I can't sign you for one game.
Hey, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know the direction of quarterback. I don't know where it's going.
To hell. With him leading it.
That is going to hell.
At the helm.
Oh, goodness.
I told you, man, they should have got Sam down. I think that would have been great for him, man.
Yeah.
But,
I actually saw Deshaun Watson go in there before he,
Deshaun Watson going in there.
Got 22.
I'm looking at they're going to fire the playoffs. That defense of Deshaun Watson.
That's what I'm saying. He could have been already out of there.
All they need is a Trent Dilfer. That's all they need.
Just make certain throws.
Make certain throws. Play.
Don't do too much.
Don't do too much.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they be smooth. I mean, the way they played Tampa.
Yeah.
That defense was looking smooth. I think part of that too, Tampa was like getting warmed up. I mean, I'm not taking away nothing from Washington. They played a good game.
Yeah.
I think,
but Tampa Bay warmed down.
I think it's kind of like
Tampa Bay warmed down.
We trying to get warmed up.
Yeah.
Get on this, to go for this long haul. Because once they got the rolling, Tampa was rolling.
Yeah.
So I just think that.
Yeah, their defense couldn't keep them in the game too much longer. Like, we's tired.
We's tired, boss.
We's tired.
Boss, he said he tired.
New York City, get that pitchfork swinging.
For real.
But I mean, look, this is Washington's division to lose.
Can't no nigga named Taylor leave my team. I got two first names. I mean, two last names, nigga.
What do you got against Taylor?
His name is Taylor Heineke.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
You can't be a star with that name.
Well, good thing for Washington, you get Buffalo, Kansas City, and Green Bay early. So
get out the way.
Get it out the way.
See how well you test.
See where you at. You get Tampa Bay off a bye, so that'll be a good. You get them back at home. See if you get some revenge. You got Seattle on the schedule, and then after that, you got pretty much a division. Other teams are not worried about. Like, I'm not worried about the Falcons and the Raiders. But look, this is your division to lose.
I agree.
I honestly, I think they can probably go 5-1 in division. Probably Giants might get them at New York.
Right.
Other than that, that's their division. Bottom line.
I agree, man.
Chase Young.
That defense is nasty, man. Defense is nasty. I just, like I said,
Them Bama boys they got in the middle of the line too.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, telling you. And look, people, say what you want about Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron. He's always built good defenses when he was down in Carolina. Always had good defense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not worried about that side of the ball. They got to figure out quarterback. You get rid of Dwayne Haskins. You bring in Fitzmagic. Of course, he's not the long-term answer, but they need to find the long-term answer because the long-term answer is not in that building right now.
Right.
So they got to figure that out. Anyway, let's move on to the NFC North. The North. And then, of course, when it comes to the NFC North, you always got to start with the team, the days of our lives.
The drama.
In Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
For real.
Boom, 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 boom.
I did.
So, of course, the drama was crazy all off season with the man AR-12 and in the front office, primarily the GM, Gutenhoots.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his name, Brian Gutenhoots, something like that. At odds pretty much ever since the NFC Championship game ended in a loss. It literally kind of started there and just carried on till the first week of training camp a week and a half ago. My goodness. So you finally get him in, and there's still no guarantee that he wants to even come back next year.
Right.
Like this whole saga is nuts. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't even know what to really make of that whole scenario, that whole situation. It was just a shit show.
I agree.
It we've said numerous times, you make sure you take care of the guys that got you to where you are. 2 NFC Championship games in a row. Yeah, look, I get it, prima donna-ish, whatever, but sometimes you just, hey, what do you need?
Right. I mean, Aaron Rodgers gonna be Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Great player. But you still, like I said, about business. I'm nipping this in the bud from the jump. And that's the thing I always fought him for, is that Green Bay never tried to nip it in the bud from jump.
Yeah.
They kind of,
pep.
oh, we gonna, it's gonna be okay. He's coming back, blah, blah, blah. Well, we didn't come back, then what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously y'all like Jordan Love. Guess you asking somebody else to come over there when they thought they want to get Aaron Rodgers back, and then they say he ain't beating out third string. You know what I'm saying? So who wants that?
When you hear reports of that makes me laugh even harder at this situation, because whether or not Aaron had any say so on the draft pick or not, the reports were saying that Gutenhoops pretty much went rogue and just made that pick on his own. And you go up, you trade it up. That's key. Let's not forget that they traded up to go get him in the first round, 22nd pick.
Wow.
You could have got Jordan Love in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round if the reports are coming out that he can't even beat out the 3rd string. Like, come on now.
Right.
If you know this is what you have in the building, you have no true replacement.
You have no options.
No other options. He had whether people want to believe it or not, he had leverage.
Mm-hmm.
What if he said, you want to call my bluff? I retire then and pull a Carson Palmer and say, I'll retire until y'all trade me.
Y'all trade me, right.
And then you stuck with Jordan Love. Now your season's already in jeopardy and didn't even start. So now you've been at odds with your number one player on your team, the quarterback, most important player. now you're at odds and can't even negotiate a contract with his number one option in Devontae Adams. And you're having issues with that. And we said this numerous times on the show. How do you expect to get free agents and people that want to be in that building?
Well, you got all that drama.
Not only just drama, but the way that the perception is, because the perception is out there, whether what's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
The perception is out there that you don't take care of your star people that get you to the position to get so close to the Super Bowl.
Just move them on. It's like, all right, next. I agree with you on that, bro. I think that Green Bay's issue is far beyond this one incident with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I think it behooves them, like my mom used to say, it behooves you. It's like it behooves them to fix it quickly, because if not, it's gonna keep rolling down that hill
faster
and giving, we come a snowball. Snowball comes a snowman.
Man, imagine the headlines.
Imagine
the headlines. They don't make the playoffs.
Right. You ain't gonna hear the end of that.
Oh my gosh.
Not gonna hear the end of it.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of finger pointing and it's your fault. No, it's your fault. Right. This and that.
Right.
It's gonna be a dysfunctional locker room. So I'm looking at Green Bay and like, are they gonna be able to get that locker room together? They're gonna have to worry about that locker room first before they even worry about winning games.
Right. I agree.
You can't win no championships or win football games with a fractured locker room. It
dang near difficult.
It's damn near impossible, like a motherfucker, for real. So I'm looking at that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to come out? I mean, because lucky for them, you do get the Saints in week 1 of the regular season. I mean, Saints have a huge question mark. I mean, they're restarting with a new quarterback. Drew Brees is no longer there. And, we don't even know what the Saints offense is going to look like, honestly.
Mm.
I mean, you did get a glimpse of it because Drew was out for a little bit, but,
right.
You really just don't know. Of course, you get Detroit week 2.
Right.
Pittsburgh week 4. Week 5, you got Cincinnati. So you got a couple of games that you could possibly steal some in there and then see, where the Packers are looking like. Brett Favre's other team that he played for in the division.
Minnesota,
the Vikings.
Skull.
Skull. Whatever the hell they be chanting. It sound like some cult shit to me.
Yeah. Don't chant that mess in my house.
Ali Boumaye. But no, your favorite quarterback, man, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cuzzo.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Kinfolk.
Kirk Cousins is the neighborhood jacker.
He's a neighborhood jacker.
Yeah, neighborhood jacker.
Nah, he's a finesser.
He be finesse.
He be finessing some money, dog.
These people. What? I'll be like, y'all watch the game?
Wait, you talking about Kirk?
Kirk. Right.
Like Kirk Kinfolk, Kirk
Right.
Cousins?
That nigga?
Him? You sure
you gonna get him a contract?
Hey, did everybody he literally got 2 franchise tags back to back with the Washington Redskins at the time. So that was
Washington trying to hope against hope.
Bro, so that was like $25 million a piece for 2 years in a row. So that man made $50 million guaranteed in 2 years. Then he went, his first contract in Minnesota was like 3 years, $87 million fully guaranteed.
Right.
And then he just got another contract from Minnesota, an extension. The thing is, I don't think he's going nowhere no time soon. I know they get Kellen Mond in the draft from Texas A&M. And I was listening to Adam Schefter's podcast.
Mm.
And I can't remember who they had on there, but they were like, watch out for Kellen Mond in Minnesota. He possibly is going to give Kurt a run and try to take his job for sure.
That's not hard.
Wow. Hell, you just shitting on Kirk like that? You just gonna shit on him like that?
That's what I do.
Kirk Kinfolk, man. Look, when he's on, he's on.
He went to Michigan State. No respect.
No respect. Oh man, you big blue through and through, huh?
All the way. Amazing blue.
This guy over here. So you just hate him because he rival college team. So you could care less.
Don't care about that, no.
Look, they got some weapons on offense.
Right.
If they can keep their defense, Zimmer, who is a good Mike Zimmer, who is a good defensive coach, if they can stay healthy, they did have some injuries last year. Defense is dope. I'm not saying it's a top 10, top 5 defense, but Daniel Hunter's still over there. What's his name? Anthony Barr is a good running back. Hendricks. I think it's Michael Hendricks because his brother plays Michael Kendricks because his brother plays for Seattle. He did, but he got jammed up with some insider trading shit.
Always.
Yeah, but look, I like what they got on offense. I like Adam Thielen. That's a dope right. That's a bad white boy, dog.
Oh, Thielen nice.
That's a bad receiver, dog.
Shoot. The running back is nice.
Oh, Dalvin Cook. Oh, I love
nice.
Dalvin Cook. FSU in the building. I love Dalvin Cook.
Don't like FSU. Sorry.
Oh, man, you just gonna shit on Florida State? Oh, speaking of FSU,
I'm a Miami fan.
Speaking of FSU, sidebar.
Go Canes.
Of course, Bobby Bowden passed away last weekend. So condolences out to his fam and all that.
Right.
I love watching Florida State growing up. Of course, Primetime is one of my favorite. He is my favorite football player. He kind of put Florida State on the map. I loved Warwick Dunn growing up, watching him. Peter Warwick. Lavernius Cole, the Rowe brothers. You can go.
I like watching the Miami and Florida State battles.
Oh man, the Miami and Florida State rivalry back in the day was fire.
Right.
Fire was back in the day. It's not like that no more.
Not at all.
Competitively wise. But Bobby Bowden, man, he always, he was probably one of the best recruiters, man. It sucks that Randy Moss, he was supposed to be Florida State, man, got powerful weed and couldn't go. I remember watching that on his 30 for 30. That was a good Ran U. That was a good one. But back to Minnesota, sidebar over. I really don't know what to expect from them. If they can stay healthy, they could possibly, make a wild card push, but I don't see them topping Green Bay in this division. Green Bay is so close to getting to a Super Bowl. And with Minnesota, you just, when you got Kirk Cousins as your quarterback, he's a wild card. Which Kirk you gonna get sometimes?
I agree. I think that if Minnesota had a better quarterback, they would be a whole lot further. And especially in that division. Because you see some games where they was like playing some teams tough, and Kirk would do some bonehead play. You know what I'm saying? It's like Kirk's gonna Kirk it up. About to Kirk it up.
And it'd be like after he make like a fantastic throw to Thielen or, and I didn't even mention Justin Jefferson,
right?
Mr. Gritty himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Like you got weapons on that offense. It's like, what else do you need?
Another quarterback. I just told you.
Well, I know for the team, but I'm talking about for Curry himself. Is like, what else do you need?
Retire. Stop taking up space for somebody else. Put a real talented player in there.
Oh, damn. You just going full blown shit mode on him today, huh?
I just had it in my nigga. About the release.
Y'all see what the hell I deal with? Something's wrong with this man. But anyway,
what's going on with this dang on computer? You
Nah,
touch it, start acting a fool.
Let's move on to the Bears of Chicago.
Chicago.
The Bears. I don't think people giving Matt Nagy enough credit, man. That man has literally taken that team with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback.
Who's quarterbacking?
Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky.
It's Trubisky to walk around to walk. Anyway,
it's Biggie. How is it? Biggie.
No, he had him as a quarterback, and he's managed to go to the playoffs 2 out of 3 years. Like give Nagy a little bit of credit. I'm just saying, you got Trubisky at quarterback, and you still go to the playoffs. Like, you got to get that man, some kind of credit. You ain't giving him none.
No,
not in there.
Nothing. Him and the GM need to be gone.
Well, they should be, but here's the thing, and here's the $1 million question: how long do you wait till you put Justin Fields in?
I don't know. The reason I say that, it depends on what Justin look like, and then it depends on how I feel he is mentally as a player. I feel he's mentally strong. Then as soon as Nick start acting up,
shit, Nick ain't even there. It's Andy.
I mean, it's like Andy. I keep forgetting.
It's a boy Opie.
Yeah, Opie Cunningham. So as soon as the Red Rider start messing up,
the Red Rocket.
like,
no,
gotta go.
Ain't nobody called you Red Rocket, bro. Who called you that?
Ain't
nobody called you that.
That's too positive for you. It's too positive for you, bro.
Ain't nobody called you that, bro.
And call you Visine.
Like, ain't nobody call you that, bro.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? Ain't nobody call you Red Rocket.
Call you nothing like that.
No, you don't resemble nothing of a you don't have a rocket arm.
Right.
No, sir.
No, not at all. You better throw in 10 yards. You can't do that accurate.
Look, it won't take Justin Fields too much effort to go get that job if he really wanted it.
Right.
So
he said he had to win the starting position. So
yeah, but also, and just to bring up your point, just some of the crazy decisions with Ryan Pace, the general manager, and Matt Nagy, the coach. You haven't been able to solve your quarterback position.
Right.
And so, I think we're both on that same page where, times are ticking, and not only is you on the hot seat, that motherfucker's scorching. And so if you go up, you traded up in the draft this year to go get Justin Fields. If you're gonna live and die by a quarterback, I would put my money on him.
I would too.
And I would start him right off the rip. Let him learn some shit.
You got to, man.
Because I think it's their job. If they don't make the playoffs this year, I think both of them gone.
And they should be. They should be, for real.
Because at this point, they're gonna be like, the owner should be like, well, we went and got this star talent of a quarterback, and you still couldn't do nothing with him. So, what the hell y'all here for?
Right. You got to go.
You ain't got to go home.
Right.
But you got to get the hell up out of Chicago. You got to go.
Take you and Opie with you.
Hey, that's Justin Fields' job to win or lose. I think he should go claim it, go get it. Just go get it.
I mean, if he looks strong enough, he should start.
Hell, Matt Nagy should just not even waste time. Just put him in just because if you're going to go down with the ship, go down.
Go down.
Go down.
All the way down.
Go down with the best weapon.
Don't have 1 foot in the life raft and 1 foot in the boat. You're going down the ship, stay in that mud, go down.
Go down with it.
That's how it should be.
But I wouldn't go down with Andy Dalton as my captain.
It's already sank.
Didn't even take off.
Didn't take off. That shit just sunk.
Didn't even leave a dock.
That shit just sunk.
That thing is already sunk.
You doomed for you even point my eyes. For you pull up anchor.
But I mean, just to answer the question, I think he starts week 1.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
I mean, I can't disagree with that.
Look, you don't go down with this ship with Andy Dalton as the captain. You just don't do it.
I guess my thing is, okay, you draft him high. You draft him behind Aaron Rodgers, or you draft him behind, Dak Prescott, or you draft him behind, Tom Brady. Yeah, he sits. Cause that way he can sit and learn.
Yeah.
And now you got your future.
Yeah.
Because he has the skill set.
Yeah, but you don't sit and learn
from Andy Dalton. You just don't. That doesn't make sense at all. It's like he should be Justin Fields. Like, you beneath me,
peasant.
Right.
Carry my bags.
Right. When I walk in the room, you
carry my pads.
Don't make eye contact at all.
Tell that man to carry my pads.
Right. Carry my pads. Carry my jock strap.
Oh my God, this guy over here. So to finish out before we close out hour number 1, just a quick reminder: hour number 2 will be exclusively on the I.O.W. Network app.
Right.
So go and download the app in your respective app stores,
mm-hmm.
and then of course on hour number 2 on the Radio Network app, you can call in.
Right.
Chop it up with us.
Chop.
Go ahead, state your claim on your team, on your squad.
Right.
I don't want to hear no funny business. Come Super Bowl.
Flip-flopping.
If your team go 0-17.
Don't they deliver Starbucks? Shoot.
So if your team go
they want $13, I'm good.
So your team go 0-17. I don't want to hear no mess.
Right.
You only get 1 or 2 wins. I don't want to hear no mess. And then all of a sudden, the team that win the Super Bowl, now you bandwagoning. We ain't trying to hear that. At all. So go ahead, call in. You can call in on the WhatsApp.
Right.
What's that number, big homie?
That is 919-593 2727.
Yeah.
That's 919-593 2727.
Yeah, and that is the number for the WhatsApp app that you guys can call in and chop it up with us in hour number 2.
Chop.
But to finish hour number 1, of course, we got to finish off with Detroit Mail Squad. Squad up.
How about them Lions?
Hey, I don't know, bro. Woo. Matter of fact,
they in a 20-year rebuild.
20-year rebuild? It's been that long?
Look, man, look. It takes time to build.
Y'all taking too much time.
We trying to buy material with a bridge car.
Hey, man, y'all like rebuild on the Detroit Lions is like when them cities they get a new highway project and it be taking forever.
You still got these cars out?
Damn, man, you still ain't finished this highway? Yeah, that's how long it's been taking y'all to rebuild.
I don't know, man. I hear some.
I've been having potholes every year.
Right. I hear some positive stuff coming out of camp as far as the culture being changed. I like Brad Holmes.
GM.
Yeah, I like some of the coaches they got over there. Mark Brunell. I think they got Deuce Daly. Deuce Daly. Deuce Daly, yes.
The running back?
Running back. I think he's the running back coach. They got a lot of former players on there. So they can actually give them hands on. I like some of the signings they got. I can't think of my man's name. God, what's his name? The cornerback they just signed. That'll help Okuda. He can kind of learn from him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a vet. So I mean, I'm not looking at him to do nothing real big this year. But I am looking at him to see some improvements.
All right, so let's go through your schedule and then give me a ballpark of what you think they're gonna win. All right. So week 1, San Francisco at home.
No.
Green Bay, week 2 on the road.
But I will say this:
they play
traditionally they play Green Bay.
They really do. They really do.
So that's a toss up, but I will say no for right now.
All right,
0-3.
Week 3, Baltimore.
Yeah, they can't be Baltimore.
Week 4,
that's
at
a winnable
Chicago.
Game. That's a winnable game.
Okay. Week 5 at
That's
home
a winnable
against
game.
Minnesota. Week 6 Cincinnati.
That's a winnable game.
LA Rams.
It's a tough game. But I don't think they're gonna win it because Stafford gonna come in like, remember me?
Yeah, because they're gonna be at LA. So
Right.
Jared Goff makes his return
Mm-hmm.
back to LA.
So far I see 3 games.
Okay. Week 8 Philly.
That's a winnable game.
Week 9 is the bye week. That's always winnable.
That's
for
a
you
winnable
guys.
game.
No, it's still losable for y'all too.
You got Friday no day off.
Week 10 at Pittsburgh.
That's actually a winnable game.
That's winnable. Yeah, I'm not sure about Pittsburgh
Right.
this year. Week 11
that
at
might be a
Cleveland.
loss.
Yeah. Week 12 Chicago at
They
home.
traditionally like split with Chicago, so they
Yeah.
might lose that one. Same with
No,
Minnesota.
that's at home, so they could get that one.
Right. So they might lose the first one.
Week 13 at home, Minnesota.
Right.
That's winnable.
Mm-hmm.
Week 14
Denver's
at Denver,
winnable.
winnable. Week 15 at home
It's
against
a tough
Arizona.
one, but that's winnable.
Yeah. Week
They should better
16
beat Atlanta.
at Atlanta. Week
That's a big
17
loss.
at Seattle, and then finish it off with Green
So
Bay
I
at
see
the
them
home.
might win in maybe 6 to 7 games.
6-7 games.
Yeah.
I bet you'll take it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's better than last year.
Once you got Patricia raggedy ass out of there.
He was like,
Ugh.
God, I mean,
Well, I was feeling the frustration for you last year because I'm like,
What is he doing?
what is this shit? Anyway, y'all, that is our number 1 in the books of our NFC preview show. We will finish the NFC West and the NFC South exclusively on the I.O.W. Network app. So go get the app right now.
Right.
We are switching over there until episode 78 on Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, God willing. We will see y'all then. Hour number 2 on the network. Go there now. Peace.
Yo! Yeah. Great.